Good morning students, this is G. Kiran Kumar, Assistant Professor from EC Department, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So now, today we are going to discuss Digital Communication Laboratory. In that, one of the important binary coded experiment, that is pulse code modulation. So now let us see the conversion of the binary data by using analog signal in terms of code boards. So this is the pulse code modulation and demodulation trainer kit. So in this we have an analog signal generator. This is the signal generator, that is a continuous signal, and this is the variable DC generator, and here we have a clock output, and see, this is the modulation circuit. Basically we have three different parts of the pulse code modulator. That is, first one is the information source, that is the input signal is given to the sampler quantizer encoder, that is the analog to digital converter, IC. Here internally we have. So directly the given input can be converted in form of the digital data, and the digital data can be transmitted by using parallel to serial converters, and then we have a output as a binary data. This is the modulation kit. And now coming to the demodulation kit, the exactly opposite blocks can be used to demodulate the pulse code modulated data. Here we have PCM as a input, and internally we have parallel to serial converter, and here in the demodulation process, that is the receiving part, serial to parallel converter can be used, and this is the DAC circuit. So by using DAC circuit, we will get the output as the input signal, and by using low pass filter, we will get the exact output, that is the data which is transmitted from the transmitter. Now let us see how to generate input signals and measurements of the clock signals, and then give the connections to the modulator. We will get the output values. So before going to that, we have to give a DC level output voltage, because if we can give the analog signal, we cannot identify the values of the ones and zeros exactly. We don't know how much amplitude consisting of the ones and zeros. That's why I'm going to give the DC level output voltage to the trainer kit, that is a modulated kit. Then in the place of analog input, I'm going to give the variable DC input voltage. Here I'm going to measure the values of the input voltage. Basically we have 8 LEDs. This is the 8-bit PCM kit. Here we have 8 LEDs, which means the number of levels for the PCM is 2 power 8, 256 levels. The 8 levels can be divided into 256 levels. But here the DC voltage is having the value is plus 5 volts to minus 5 volts, which means the total 256 levels can be divided into 10 volts, that is plus 5 volts, plus 4, 3, 2, 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and minus 5. So the total 256 levels of the LEDs can be divided into 10 levels. The each and every level having the voltage is 25.6 volts. Now let us see what will happen for giving the input voltage plus 5 volts. Okay. See, by using multimeter, I am going to verify the output voltage of the DC variable. See here. So here the input voltage is 3.35 volts. After changing these values, you will get the variation of the input voltage. So this is the first one, is the maximum plus 5 volts. Afterwards plus 5 volts to minus 5 volts. I already told you total 10 levels we have, 10 levels. The 256 volts can be divided into 10 different levels. Now let us see what will happen if I am giving plus 5 volts to the input circuit? See the connection. The first connection is from DC level input to input of the PCM modulator. Here I am giving the connection, first connection here I am giving. Now let us see. The second connection is clock. I am giving the here clock generator to clock input and DC output volts to analog input. In place of analog I am giving DC variable source. Now let us see the output of the pulse code modulation. Output of the pulse code modulator. See here we can observe that is all LEDs are blink. All LEDs are on, which means a straight line. One means high. The high value is presented here. So plus 5 volts. All LEDs are blink. See the calculation part. So for LED 1 we have to calculate the LED 1 value is 2 power 0 value. That is the 1 value. And second one is the 2 power 1. 2 power 1, which means 2. And the third LED is the 2 power 3, like 8, 4, 16, 32, 64 and 128. Okay. Total 256 levels are blink. Okay. So plus I will tell you how to categorize the values later. Right. For plus 5 volts all LEDs are blink. If I am changing the input value, see here, if I am changing the input value, you can observe here the variations in the code word outputs. Variations in the code word outputs. If I am changing the input value, you can see the output variations. Here you can see the variations. You can see the variations for changing of the input values. Here I am giving 3 volts. Just consider just 3 volts. I am giving 3 volts. For that 3 volts, here you can observe the output value. For 3 volts, you can observe the output value. So how it will be happen? See here, the first LED is off and the second LED is on. Again off, 2 LEDs are off, again on, again off, again 2 LEDs is on. So total LED, 8 LEDs you can consider. Like this you will get the output. If the LED is on, you will get the high value. If the LED is off, you will get the low value. So like this, we have to change the output value, input values. Plus 2 volts. Plus 2 volts. You can set by using this knob. You have to vary the values. For plus 2 volts, you can stop the value and you have to calculate the values from the starting point of the wave. The starting point of the wave based upon the LED blinking. Based upon the LED blinking. Now let us see the variations in the LEDs. See the variations in the LEDs. If I am changing the input voltage, the variations of the LEDs also can be performed. Now let us see for the minus values. Now let us see for the minus values. If I am giving the minus 1 as the input, so now let's see the output LED is blinking. The output LED is blinking. So LED 1 is on, LED 2 is off, 3, 4, 5, 6 LEDs are on, 7 LEDs, 6 LEDs off, 7th LED is off, 8th LED is off. So by using this LED position, that is on and off condition, you have to draw the waveform. If it is on, you have to draw the high value. If it is off, you have to draw the low value. So based upon the LED's output, you have to note that the output of the PCM in terms of code words. In terms of code words, the binary coded data can be retrieved from the DC level input voltage. So this is about the pulse code modulation generator. For the clarification of the pulse code modulation, here I am giving the one simple structure of the LED's outputs of the pulse code modulation. See here, the input voltages, I already told you that 256 levels are we have, that is 256 levels we have. So you can see here, so for a 8-bit PCM we have 10 volts plus 5 volts to minus 5 volts, the total 256 levels, that is 2 power n, 2 power 8 is equal to 256 levels. Total 10 volts we have plus 5 volts to minus 5 volts. So each and every volt having 25.6 volts per level. So for suppose if you can give plus 5 volts to the input, the 256 volts at the output, which means all LEDs are on. If you can give the 4 volts, the 256 minus 25.6, we will get the 230.4 volts. Now let us see the LEDs on off condition for these values. See here, plus 5 volts, all LEDs are blink. The first LED having the value 2 power 1, that is 2, and the second LED is 2 power 2, that is 4, and the third LED is 2 power 3, that is 8, and next one is a 16, and next one is a 32, 64 and 128. If all LEDs are blinked, you can add the values 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64 and 128. You will get the 256 as a output voltage. Now let us see the other ones. For suppose if you can give the plus 1 volt as a input from the DC variable, the LED 1 is on, remaining LEDs, LED 2 is off, LED 3 is off, LED 4 is on, 5 is on, 6 and 7 is off, and 8 is on. But here we have one thing, how to get all these values. How to get all these values? We have to minus the 25.6, because for each and every level, for one level, we have only 25.6 volts. So that's why plus 5 volts, 256 volts, and minus 25.6, you will get the 230.4. From that, 230.4 minus 25.6, you will get the 204.8 volts. Like this, you will get the 25.6 as a final one, that is minus 5 volts, you will get the 25.6. So 25.6 into 8, you will get the 256 levels output. So this is about the pulse code modulation generation. Now let us see the demodulation process. So here the generated PCM can be given to the demodulated kit. Here this is the demodulated kit. So internally we have serial to parallel converter and digital to analog converter. So now we have to give the PCM output to the PCM input, and we can identify the demodulated output value. So for that purpose, I am just giving generated PCM value to the demodulator circuit, and I am going to the demodulation part. This is the demodulated output value. See here, I am just get the DC level input voltage, because the input is DC. Whatever the input we have given, the same output can be retrieved from the demodulation process. So this is about the pulse code modulation, demodulation and modulation process, right? So by using pulse code modulation, we have to convert the continuous analog signal into discrete form in terms of code words binary data. By using analog and digital converters, we can convert the continuous time signal into discrete time signal in the form of ones and zeros. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.